This probably isn't the first time someone has recommended that you save early and often, but have you ever thought why this simple advice works so well for those trying to retire comfortably? If you are in need of a little money saving motivation or just want a further explanation as to why saving money is so important, you are in the right spot. So in this video, I'm going to take a deeper dive into the importance of saving money and cover the top 5 reasons to start saving today. Hey, what's up? Gerhard here with Business Vision, bringing you the best tips and tools for building your business with online video. And on this channel, I do a lot of business related videos as well as other useful content just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And now let's dive right in. You may not earn a lot of money as you begin your career, but there's certainly one thing you have more of than older, richer individuals: time. With time on your side, saving for retirement can be a much more pleasant and exciting prospect. There are so many reasons to start saving as early as you can. I don't think I've heard anyone saying, I regret all the money I saved when I was younger. In fact, it's usually the exact opposite, considering the fact that 36% of people in the United States have absolutely no money saved for retirement. I think there are many of those who wish they had savings. Yes, that is true. No matter if you have 5, 6, or 7 zeros in your salary, you need absolutely every reason to put some money aside every month. So let's begin with those 5 reasons to start saving today. Even though retirement is decades away for us millennials, our financial futures matter a great deal. Our paychecks each week or each month definitely affect us now, but the money we set aside for our future selves will affect us a whole lot later. When you are young, there's less at stake. Sure, you're probably renting out an apartment with friends or thinking about buying a house. But most of us, 20-somethings, have little in the way of bills. If this describes you, now is the best time to save for retirement. Yes, I know your 20s are exciting times and you should probably enjoy them to the fullest. You probably have a lot of people offering you life advice, especially on your finances. Lately, some folks have been recommending that young people should spend their money on exciting experiences rather than savings. It's a tempting argument. Ignoring savings and spending your money on whatever you want sound like fun. However, the consequences of doing so can last a very long time. Life is full of complications, but things in your 20s might be a lot more flexible than later on in your career. Once you reach your 30s, you may be settling down, starting a family, or considering purchase of a long-term home. In any case, the number of drains on your monthly income is likely to increase. But having a stable saving plan in place will make it a lot more easier to continue making monthly contributions. Putting 10% or more of your earnings towards your retirement funds will only benefit you later. Consider how generous you can afford to be now when you have energy to work full-time and the financial freedom to do so. Later on, you are bound to have a mortgage, kids, and limited dollars after all your bills are paid. In short, the younger you start saving, the better off you'll be later. You can grow the money you save by investing it to earn a return. You can grow your money even faster if you also invest the money you earn along with the money you started out with. This is called compounding. It is a principle that can give your savings a big boost. When you invest your money, you stand to benefit from compound growth, which is similar to compound interest. With compound interest, you are essentially earning interest on interest, and interest on your original and following investment contributions, plus on all the interest that has built up over time. This gives you a larger balance to earn your future interest on, leading to even bigger returns. It might sound complicated for you at this stage, but here's an example. If you put $500 away today with a 6% annual rate of return compounded monthly and continued making the same contribution each month for the next 40 years, assuming the same 6% annual rate of return, you'd end up with over $1 million. To help you understand the value of compound growth, consider the money you'd have without the 6% compound growth. Any guesses? Let me know below in the comment section. And now, are you ready to hear that number? Just $240,000, or just a quarter of the amount stated earlier. Overall, the compound growth represents the key difference between investing your money through a financial institution and shoving it in a shoebox under your bed. It's what can help your money grow, in some cases, far beyond the original amount you've invested. So the key point here is, the longer your time horizon is, the more benefits you will see. The importance of saving money cannot be understated. In fact, with so many proven benefits, saving money is one of the best financial habits you can adopt. Building the habit of budgeting for your retirement savings early on in your career can make it easier to practice long-term consistent savings. Simply create a budget and stick to it. No one's asking you to stop spending money on the things you'll probably go slightly crazy about. Just get started by setting aside a small amount of money each month. Little by little, you will be able to control your spending, and once you have some money in your savings account, you will finally be able to afford that Louis Vuitton bag you've been dreaming of. By the way, guys, I'm just curious to see what your saving goals are and what you're saving for. Is it a car? Is it a down payment for a house? Or maybe a vacation with your loved one? Let me know below in the comment section. Putting money into a retirement fund is yet another duty adults must manage. Like any other responsibilities, saving money for retirement is another habit we must maintain for years and years to come. Much like paying bills and going to work each day, tucking money into a retirement account is critical. Not only does it affect our current state of affairs, but it also affects our financial futures. By thinking about savings this way, you will end up wasting less money. While making more money works wonders, significantly reducing your spending is the simplest and fastest way to increase your savings. When you make the commitment to start saving as soon as possible, you will make a budget and try to cut out things you don't need. Luckily, just about everyone will find many things you can cut out without making a serious sacrifice to your living standards. You just have to look. Things happen and we can't predict what life holds for us. If you lose your job, get in a car accident, or maybe suffer from any other mishap, you just need to have your savings to cover your unexpected expenses until you can get back on your feet. Memories of exotic trips are great, but they won't cover the deductible on your car insurance, and not having cash to pay off your emergency expenses can send you off into a spiral of debt that will take years to unravel. As much as we hope emergencies don't happen, we all know that they do. A family member can develop a health issue, you might need to go for an emergency trip, maybe a severe weather has flooded your basement or cracked your pipes, or maybe even you need to go to a loved one funeral. Any of these emergencies can be expensive, and we all know that we will encounter some emergencies from time to time. So why not be prepared rather than potentially become another victim of an emergency? In good times, everyone thinks that their job is secure, but in bad times, many become to realize that bad things can happen to anyone. You could lose your job, your business could dry up, or you might get injured, either physically or psychologically, or become too sick to work. Any of these things can happen to you. Employment insurance doesn't kick in until you've been unemployed for 6 weeks. So do you have enough savings to tie you over, or will you be living on credit? Living on credit during times like this can quickly make a bad situation even worse. Minimum payments become higher and higher until they're unaffordable and credit limits no longer budge. Then when you finally do get some income, that is no longer enough to get you by, because now you have all those new payments to make each month. So now you actually need more income than before to pay off all these debts and then work to get them paid off. Some common misconceptions make it seem impossible to afford college education. However, don't neglect saving money for it. Here's a question for you. How much student loan debt the average college student racks up by the time they cross the graduation stage? 5,000, 10,000? Let me know below your guesses and think once again. According to the Wall Street Journal, the average student loan debt is at whopping $37,000, and that's just the average. In one of my previous videos, I've mentioned the importance of investing in yourself, because higher education can certainly improve your career prospects, but unfortunately it comes at a cost. For example, for this school year in the UK and the US, the tuition fees at 3-year public universities will cost you an average of $11,000 per year. Here's a tip for you. Think about saving for more than just tuition. If you will be attending college or university full-time, you may also want to save up to cover your living expenses to free up some time for your studies, because higher education institutions are quite demanding these days. I can't stress enough the importance of starting to save money as early as possible. Don't invent reasons you can't direct money towards your stash. Commit to $1 if you have to. Take the first step and go from there. Start by setting aside as little money from each paycheck until you get an emergency fund of $1,000. If you get a raise at work or a bonus or maybe an income tax refund, use that to get you started, or maybe add this money to the fund you already have. As life happens, you might need to dip into your fund, and if you do so, build it back up. It takes a bit of work, but is the habit worth getting into? The last thing I want to point out today is that tracking your spending is the very best way to identify areas that can save you money. Written out in black and white, most people get surprised how much they actually spend, and areas where they can cut back become very clear. All you need to do is track your spending for 1 month to get an idea of where your money is going and how much money you could save. Many people think, oh, I don't need to do that, I already know where my money is going. The truth is, you can't say you know how much you spend unless you track your spending. Simple as that. Anyway, regardless of where you are in your unique savings journey, saving some of your income is an important part of making consistent progress towards a financially secure future. Getting started on the savings journey may be a very intimidating part, but I'm here to help. So thanks for checking out this video. Subscribe and ring the bell if you're new here. Until next time, this channel is all about bringing you the best tips and tools for building your business with online video. Keep crushing it, and we'll talk soon.